On today's video, we're going to talk about what we can do to keep Brent's heart healthy so he doesn't die. Join me! What's going on, everybody? Thanks for joining me today. So today is very different from anything I've done since I started doing this channel pretty regularly. Let me set the screwdriver down. It's making lots of noise. When I started this channel, I wanted to share all of the adventures that I go on with all of you and also talk about the gear I use because, you know, talking shop is just super fun for me, right? And I wanted to be able to take another one of my passions, which is animation, and add it into all of this. And I was having a lot of success doing that. But then, you know, when I started doing this more regularly is because I had just gotten laid off from my job during all the COVID stuff, right? And as I got laid off and started to have my own company and do things on my own where I'm doing creative consulting or work for different clients, my adventures have been less because I have to focus on things that pay the bills, right? Like, you know, you get it. You just have to focus on that. But the more I've done that, not only are the less adventures I've been able to go on, the less I've been getting out and doing things in general. And it's made my heart health just really, really bad. And my heart health specifically is something that I am very concerned with because congenital heart defects kind of run in my family. Like my sisters have ones that, you know, aren't terrible, so they just get out of breath exercising and everything pretty easily. My mom had one, and back in like I think the 70s, I think it was the late 70s, she was in a clinical trial for doing heart surgery on people with congenital heart defects, and they had to cut her from like shoulder to shoulder and then all the way down her chest and pull everything open and like cut into bones and get in there to fix everything. And, you know, that worked for a while, but they weren't able to fix anything with the technology at the time, or fix everything with the technology at the time. And back in 2018, 2019, the hole in her heart got really, really bad and she had to go in for like emergency surgery. Luckily, she's a doctor and she knows some of the best physicians, and she had someone that she knew was a very good cardiac surgeon come fly in and take care of that. But it was a tough procedure for her. I mean, she died and had to be resuscitated like 8 times during the 13-hour surgery, and it was a rough one. And my nieces had to have surgeries because their hearts were so bad. One before they were 1, and then the other one when they were like 2. And they're doing great now because of the people at CHOA. But like I said, congenital heart defects are just a thing in the family. And my heart just works harder than most people's to do the same basic stuff. And if I kind of let that go, then it gets really, really bad. Like I used to do that with running like a long time ago. I would run, jog, whatever, and I was pretty good at it. Like I eventually got down to where I was under a 6-minute mile, but I didn't like it, like ever. I mean, I did it for years and it never brought me any kind of joy. And then eventually I started hiking to do exercise, and the hiking became really fun on its own, and then going on these hiking adventures were awesome. And when I take a bunch of camera gear with me, the weighted pack really helps with making sure I'm maintaining heart health and everything, and, you know, really working me out. And that's been great. But like I said, since I've been sitting in a computer, like I'll go do a shoot, or I need to do 3D modeling and animation or whatever for people, and I've been sitting at the computer more and more and more to focus on, you know, work that pays. And I've seen my heart health really, really decline to the point where, like, anytime I start trying to do exercise, my heart rate will just jump up to like 160 BPMs, right? Like it's just way up there very quickly. And so I knew I had to find some time where I'm, you know, still being able to pay bills, and I also need to find time to go on more adventures to share with you guys, but I also need to find time to exercise. And I don't care about losing weight, like whether I'm thick or thin, like that doesn't matter to me, but I really need to make sure that my heart is healthy. So I wanted to get back into doing cardio and stuff. So Heather and I signed up for the Lifetime Fitness that's down here in Woodstock, and we're going to start going 3 times a week. And I'm going to focus mostly on cardiovascular stuff so that I can make sure that my heart is as healthy as it can be, because when it's doing better, it has a lower resting rate. And when it does jump up, it doesn't jump up as high, and it comes back down quicker. So it's just overall a lot better for me. And I really wanted to get into a series of where I'm doing that and sharing what I'm doing with you guys as I'm doing it. And I was talking to my friends over at Huckberry about this, because, you know, they honestly, since I started going on my own, like I've done stuff off and on with them since like 2011 or 2012, I think. And like I've made a lot of friends there, and they've always been really good. And when I first got laid off and started out on my own, they came to me and, you know, said, hey, we want to do X and we need video shot and everything. So what's your rate? Let's do it. And they were like one of the first people. I have another group of people that have really helped me out and been great clients, but they were just there for me. And I've never met any of them in person. Like it's always just been online, and they were there as a client, like helping me out. And so I am forever thankful for like everyone there that I've talked to, like Richard and Andy, Ben, Charles, Tim, like all of them have been so awesome to me, and like, you know, making sure that they supported me. And so I always want to support them. And I was talking to them about wanting to do all this and do this video series. And I thought it would be cool to do that and also review workout gear and stuff that I'm using, because again, talking shop is just fun, right? Like you get all this stuff and you get all this gear and you're doing things with it, and you just want to talk about it with people. Like it's cool. Like that's why, you know, people that like cars, they love talking about the cars and all the little things that they get for their car and like everything. And people that have cameras like love talking about cameras too, because it's the same sort of thing. Like you're very interested in all the little minutia of everything, right? And so this is the same thing. Like I wanted to get all this gear and use it and focus on making sure that my heart is healthy so I can continue, you know, living, and then talk about all the gear that I'm using for it. And they said, oh man, that sounds like a great idea. Let's send you some stuff so that we can like help you out with that. And I was like, awesome. So they've sent me a ton of gear for me to use while I'm going on this journey. And as I use it, I will talk about it with you guys, what I like, what I don't like, and all of that stuff. First things first, if you've known me for any amount of time, you know that the 72-hour proof Murano wool shirt is like my go-to for adventures. Like, cause you just don't stink in it. Like it does a great job of drying out quickly and keeping you from like having body odor when you're sweating and everything. So I love it for hikes and adventures, and they've sent me some for working out in, and I think that's going to be great. I mean, I've used them before, so I know they're awesome. And then they also sent me some proof trail shorts, which look great automatically. They seem a lot like Patagonia baggy shorts, except they feel a lot softer on the inside, which I'm excited about because I do love some patty pants, right? But they are just what they are, and there's not any comfort to them really. But they got like nice little details like the drawstring here, very soft on the inside, and some zip up pockets, which if you're doing anything outdoors or in a gym, having zip up pockets so things aren't flying out, it's fantastic. So I can't wait to try those out. And then also this tracksuit here is from Proof, and it's really good. We got zip up pockets on everything. And I have already gone out this morning with this one for a little hike. And I gotta tell you, like, first impressions are really good on this. It's super cool. Like, let me see if I can show you. I don't know if you'll be able to see it on camera, but if you can see, you can kind of see through parts of it to see the grid pattern. And it has like this stuff here that's like soft and felted, and it keeps you really, really warm. But then those parts where the grid comes through, they just kind of ventilate everything so you don't overheat. And this morning when I was on my little hike out in the woods, there's a old rope mill park, great park. Like you're right by the river the whole time. There's some cool train tracks and like old mill ruins and everything. Great place to hike around. But while I was out doing that, like you could literally see the steam coming off of me. But I think it's really, really good for doing stuff in the cooler mornings like that, or if you just need to get a lot of sweat going. So, you know, I talked a bit about this grid fleece jacket, but the pants that come along with them are really cool too. One, all the pockets are zippered, which is awesome. There's obviously a nice drawstring. It's got that same cool grid pattern that, you know, I was talking about, like really helps you vent a lot of excess heat away, but still keeps you warm and everything. But I wanted to talk about the coolest thing I noticed this morning is these little snaps down here. So you've got normal slim fitting pants right here, right? That look great. But if you want them to be more like joggers, you have some buttons here and you can just snap it closed and get an even tighter jogger sort of fit. And I thought that was a really cool addition because, yeah, when you're running around out like wide open pants legs that are just flopping around. So the fact that I can tighten it up on my ankles is really good. I'm excited to use all of this gear, and I'm so thankful that they wanted to send it to me to help me out on this journey. But oh my gosh, yeah, like all this stuff just first looks so cool, and we'll see how it all really works when we get into it with this working out. We need to think of a cool name for this series. I don't know. Do you guys have any ideas? If you do, let me know, because I don't know. Making sure Brent's heart is good so he doesn't die is kind of where I'm at right now. Got to be something catchier. Anyway, back to it. So I'm excited to use all this stuff more and share it with you guys and tell you how it's going. And hopefully you'll enjoy this because, like I said, this is super different from anything that I usually do. But I want to do it and share it, one, to keep me doing it, and two, so that it'll kind of, we can do it together and you guys can help me out and I can maybe help you out. And I think it'll just be a neat experience, and also it will lead to me being able to more easily go on these great hikes and adventures that I like to do, like tremendously, like really, really like to do, and share all of those with you, because right now I'm definitely in a state where like I just can't do it without feeling like I'm dying, and I don't want to be there. I want to be able to enjoy the moment and the experiences and everything. But yeah, so I'm going to focus, like I said, mostly on cardio, because muscle wise I'm fine. I can lift and move everything that I want to lift and move, but I just want to make sure that my heart is where it needs to be so that I don't feel like I'm about to die every time I do something. And if you've stuck with me this long in the video, I really appreciate it, and I hope you enjoy this sort of journey. If you do, if you don't, like, let me know in the comments below. You guys commenting and liking everything, like, it really, really helps me out, and we are like this close to being able for me to be monetized in some way on this, because like everything I've done up to this point is completely free. And again, that's part of why I have to prioritize paying work, because it's, you know, got to keep a roof over your head, I suppose, right? Right? But I hope you guys enjoy this series, and I hope you enjoy coming along with me on this journey, and we talk about all the stuff that I use and all the workouts that I do and the machines that I'm using and stuff like that. And I hope to see you out there. All right, bye. Also, I don't know if you noticed, but I redecorated some of the stuff in the background, so I'm just gonna move away and let you see all the cool stickers and stuff I've added to my wolf packs. So, you know, if you get tired of looking at me, maybe you'll have something fun to look at back there, right? Anyway, thanks for watching all of this. I know it's long, and hopefully you enjoyed my long ramblings and everything, and I'll see you soon. One more thing, because I always forget. I don't know, I guess because I think I know, you guys will know, but any of this stuff that I'm like talking about, like I will put links in the description of the video so that you guys can see it and check it out on your own. And that will be true for every video. It will always be down in the description, and there will be links to everything for all of you. I just always forget to say that because I'm terrible at YouTube, I guess. I still really like this little mic. It's been awesome.